And welcome back to Daily Wrap. Let's read some of your viewer comments. First, we have a few on Dr. Ben Carson's comments about Muslims. Janet says, Dr. Carson should be applauded for his frankness and honesty. He speaks from the heart and loves America. Who would want a Muslim in the White House besides a Muslim? Question mark and exclamation point. You don't see that very often. Dr. Carson will get my vote. Let's stop right there before we go to other comments. We see polls time after time that show that 43% of Republicans think that the president was born outside of this country, that he is in fact a Muslim. And then we say, well, will Carson get hurt by those comments? And a lot of people say, well, no, because the base actually believes that. And there's one example right there.
There's one example. You know, I wish that person would read the Constitution to find out that there is no religious test in the United States of America to be president. That was the founders' design. If you think you know better than the founders, then you might want to amend the Constitution.
Off the top of my head, it was Article 6.
It was Article 6.
Paragraph 3.
Let me just say this, that I think the American people should listen to that, but they should also be smart enough to realize, I agree with Dr. Carson in this, I think that the American people need to realize that until the Muslim population starts standing up and policing their own, they should not vote for a Muslim president if one ever runs.
First of all, whether they police their own sufficiently enough, which we could all agree that maybe they don't, that is wholly irrelevant to the point. There is nothing more important in how we govern ourselves than the United States Constitution.
The people have the right not to vote.
Excuse me. Well, they can not vote for them if they want.
That's what I'm saying.
But the point is that you don't disqualify somebody because of their religion.
The people can.
Well, they can if they don't vote.
That's what I'm saying. The people need to go and not vote for a president that's running that's
Excuse me, that's not what his point was. His point was not you shouldn't vote for him. His point was there shouldn't be a Muslim president because it's inconsistent with our Constitution. And as I think I made the point with Pat Buchanan earlier, there are Christians like Mike Huckabee who also take positions that are inconsistent with our Constitution. Guys, you can believe whatever you want. That's your right as an American.
The difference is in the fundamentals.
Excuse me, let me finish my point. You can be what you want to be, but don't sit there and say, I strictly believe and uphold the Constitution of the United States, but only when it works for me.
But the differences are in the fundamentals of the two religions. And that is the thing that we need to start looking at.
And that's what people are looking at.
If I may, and go in a slightly different direction. You know what really bothers me? That we're talking about this stuff all the time. That the Sunday shows are constantly about all social issues and faith, and we don't talk about economy or jobs.
But we're doing it too. You brought it up for discussion.
But
I didn't bring it up. Janet brought it up.
There is a problem with that, and that is that people are dying overseas being attacked by Muslims, and American citizens have a problem with that.
And and in World War II, people were dying and being attacked by Christians.
So let's talk more about ISIS strategy
by Japanese and Germans.
No, let's talk about more like ISIS strategy or something. Like this comes up in the debates and it comes up in the Sunday shows. And the media is not being responsible in this regard. We're more of an entertainment show. It's different, right? Anyway, Mark says, regarding Barry or Obama, nobody can agree where he was born, who his parents are, where he went to school. There's talk of multiple Social Security numbers. Really? His Muslim Marxist mentors. He is a true Manchurian candidate. Islam is not a religion. It is a social structure that is equivalent to the Dark Ages. Certainly not for America.
I don't even want to discuss that. Do you happen to see Huma Abedin decided to weigh in on Ben Carson's comments about a Muslim president? Is that a...
We got a tweet.
Is that a tweet? What is that?
We got a tweet.
We got Uma's tweet?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. You can be a proud American, a proud Muslim, and proudly serve this great country. Pride versus prejudice. You betcha, girl.
What makes this significant is that Huma Abedin was not on Twitter before Carson's
she
comment.
signed up to say this.
And she signed up to say it, and she could say whatever she wants. Free country.
Right.
We talked about this, but her Twitter handle, this is a report, it's not confirmed, is Carly Danger. And if I'm her, I'm not going on social media because you never know who you might run into.
Let me just say this, because we freedom of speech, I don't think this is prejudice. I think people are worried because one of the greatest national security threats we have in this world today, not just in our country, but all over the world, are Muslim terrorists. and you
That
don't know
doesn't
where
mean-
a sleeper
but
is.
why
That doesn't mean that you can't have a Muslim America.
she's saying because somebody wants to feel a certain way, it's prejudice. It's not prejudiced.
Yeah, it is.
It is awareness, and until this gets corrected.
So if you agree, and I know you do, that not every Muslim falls under that category, certainly some do, that would mean out of the group that doesn't fall under it, there could be a brilliant leader for this country. in there.
Statistics show that 80
You
to
want to
90%
disqualify
would
him.
support a fight if Islam
What
rose
about
up.
if that leader comes from the other 5%?
Well, that's something that we have
It's
to be very aware of, the possibility that's a small 5%.
It's a ridiculous question because there will not be a Muslim president in our lifetime. Trust me. Watch Al Jazeera America
Still an
sometime.
important
No one
point.
watches it. The brand doesn't work. Muslims aren't being elected. It's a ridiculous even topic to broach. A ridiculous hypothetical. I'm sick of it. Remember, if you want to weigh in on any of the issues we talk about here on the show tonight, be sure to go to newsmaxtv.com/comments and let us know what you think. Also, Carly Fiorina, she's surging in the polls. But does she have what it takes to be America's next commander-in-chief? Find out with this special free offer from Carly Fiorina's book, Rising to the Challenge. It's a must-read for all conservatives, and it's free as part of the special offer. Just go to newsmax.com/Carly and get your free copy of Carly Fiorina's book. That's newsmax.com/Carly. Up next, it's time for Yay or Nay.